Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, when did that change? Maybe it's a new scent you can't quite wash away. A belly that seems to grow no matter what you eat, or ears that suddenly feel more noticeable than before. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not imagining things. As men age, the body quietly transforms in ways that can surprise even the most health-conscious among us. Some of these changes are subtle and creep up slowly over time. Others seem to appear overnight, catching us off guard in our reflection. And here's the thing. These aren't just random quirks of aging. They're clear biological signals your body sends as it adapts to time. In this video, we're diving into 4 fascinating signs of aging that many older men experience but few fully understand. We'll look at one change you might smell before you see 2 body parts that tend to grow larger and one that actually shrinks with age. These signs aren't just cosmetic, they're meaningful markers of what's happening inside your body. And by the end, you'll not only recognize these changes more clearly, you'll know what, if anything, you can do about them. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn could explain that strange shift you've been noticing and help you feel more in control of your health. Number 1. The unmistakable smell of aging. It's not a topic many people bring up in polite conversation, but it's one you might have noticed in passing. A specific slightly musty or stale scent, often associated with older individuals. It's not about hygiene or body spray or laundry detergent. It's something deeper, something biochemical. As men age, their skin undergoes complex changes. One of those changes is the increased production of a compound called 2-non-enal. This substance is formed when fatty acids on the skin's surface break down due to oxidative stress, and while it's virtually odorless to some, others describe it as smelling grassy, waxy, or faintly like old paper and wood. The real challenge, nonenal, is stubborn. Unlike regular sweat and oil, it clings to fabric, resists typical body washes, and builds up over time. That's why some older men find their scent lingering even after a fresh shower. Take Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He started noticing that his shirts carried a faint smell no matter how often he washed them. His granddaughter once gave him a curious compliment. "Grandpa, you smell like books and wood." That's when he realized it wasn't his cologne or his laundry soap. It was his skin. Studies show that the production of non-enal begins subtly around age 40, but becomes more noticeable by the 70s. The good news. While you can't completely stop your body from producing it, you can manage its effects. Soaps designed to remove oxidized oils are much more effective than typical body washes. Diets rich in antioxidants. Think leafy greens, citrus fruits, and green tea can reduce oxidative stress and slow the process. Even laundering clothes with baking soda or odor-neutralizing sprays can help combat buildup. If you've ever wondered why your scent has changed with age, now you know it's not your imagination. It's a natural part of aging. But with a few smart adjustments, you can keep things fresher and more comfortable. Number 2. A bigger belly that won't budge. Let's talk about something many men over 60 have noticed: the belly that shows up and refuses to leave. Even if your diet hasn't changed much and your exercise routine is the same, your midsection seems to grow more stubborn every year. What's going on? The answer lies in metabolism and hormones. As men age, testosterone levels decline, muscle mass decreases, and the metabolism slows down. Muscle naturally burns more calories than fat. So as muscle mass drops, the body starts storing fat more easily. And guess where it likes to store it? That's right around the abdomen. This isn't just about looks. Abdominal fat, also known as visceral fat, is metabolically active. It releases inflammatory chemicals that affect everything from blood pressure to insulin resistance to cognitive health. So that belly isn't just inconvenient, it's a red flag. Take Frank 76, who was always lean in his youth. He didn't change his diet, but over time he noticed his belly bulging while his arms and legs looked thinner. He assumed it was just getting older, but the real story was fat redistribution. The body naturally stores more fat in the belly, while muscle mass in the limbs decreases. What can be done? Fortunately, a lot. Resistance training helps maintain and build muscle, keeping your metabolism from dropping too drastically. A protein-rich diet supports lean muscle mass and helps you feel full so you're less likely to overeat. Cutting back on refined carbs and added sugars helps manage insulin levels, which in turn limits fat accumulation. So if you've been watching your belly grow and wondering why your efforts aren't working, it's not you slacking off. It's your body adjusting to the natural rhythms of aging. But you don't have to surrender to it. With a few focused changes, you can regain control. If this hits home, drop A2 in the comments to let me know you're still watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to join us. Let's keep going. Number 3. The mystery of growing ears. Now, here's one most people don't expect: your ears are still growing. Seriously, while most body parts stop growing after puberty. The ears are different. They're made mostly of cartilage, a soft, flexible tissue that doesn't stop developing entirely with age. Over time, gravity plays its role too, pulling on that cartilage and stretching it downward. So, not only are your ears subtly growing, they're also sagging slightly, making them appear even larger. You might not notice it day to day, but look back at an old photo of yourself and compare. You'll likely be surprised. Studies have shown that the ears grow an average of 0.8 inches per decade. That means by your 70s or 80s, your ears may be nearly a centimeter longer than they were in your 20s. This doesn't pose any health risks, but it can be a little jarring when you first notice it. Some men even confuse it with weight gain or changes in face shape. But the truth is much simpler. Your ears are just doing what ears do, slowly growing over time. And while there's not much you can do to stop the natural growth of cartilage, knowing what's happening and why can make it easier to accept those changes in the mirror. If you've found yourself staring at your ears and thinking they look different, you're not imagining it, and you're definitely not alone. We still have one more sign to go, one that's even more surprising, because unlike ears or bellies, this body part shrinks with age. Stay with me, because this last change might explain more than you expect. Now that we've uncovered how your ears really do keep growing with age, stretching, drooping, and changing shape over the years, it's time to look down, to your legs. Because while some body parts expand with time, others seem to shrink right before our eyes. Number 4. The disappearing calves. Imagine glancing in the mirror one morning and realizing your legs specifically. Your calves just don't look like they used to. They appear thinner, softer, maybe even weaker. This isn't just about losing a bit of weight or skipping leg day at the gym. It's something deeper and more gradual, a change that often sneaks up on aging men without warning. This subtle shift is known as muscle atrophy, and it's incredibly common among older adults. As men age, muscle mass naturally declines, particularly in the lower body. Hormonal changes like drops in testosterone and growth hormone make it harder for the body to maintain and rebuild muscle. The result: your once firm, powerful calves slowly begin to fade. Take Robert, for example. He's 75 now, and he spent most of his career on his feet, teaching, walking, staying active. But in his late 60s, he began to notice something unsettling. His calves were getting smaller. Not just smaller, but weaker too. Tasks he used to breeze through, like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair without help, suddenly felt like real effort. At first, Robert assumed it was just normal aging. But the truth is, his body was undergoing real physiological changes. Reduced physical activity, less intense movement, and slower circulation all contributed to a gradual loss of muscle in his legs. And it's not just about looks. Shrinking calf muscles can lead to balance issues, a higher risk of falls, and slower walking speed. Studies confirm that men with reduced calf muscle mass face more challenges with mobility in their later years. That's why lower body strength is so crucial to maintaining independence as you age. The good news: you're not powerless. Here's what you can do. Strength training exercises like calf raises, resistance, band workouts, and incline walking can stimulate muscle regrowth and improve blood flow. Consistent movement is key. Even light daily activity helps keep muscles engaged. Protein-rich nutrition plays a big role. Foods like eggs, lean meats, lentils, and nuts support muscle repair and maintenance. If your calves have started to look or feel different, don't shrug it off. This isn't just cosmetic. It's a sign that your body is signaling for more movement, better nutrition, and a bit more care. The earlier you respond, the more strength you can preserve for the long haul. Still watching? If this part resonated with you, leave a comment with number 4 so I know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that, and hit the bell icon too so you don't miss future health insights. Final thoughts: embrace the change, empower the journey. Now that we've explored 4 subtle but meaningful signs of aging, from scent to stomach to ears to calves, take a moment to reflect. Which ones have you noticed in yourself? Which ones caught you by surprise? Aging doesn't have to be a mystery or a source of fear. In fact, the more we understand what's happening, the more control we gain over how we respond. Whether it's improving your diet, committing to a new workout routine, or simply being kinder to your body, every step matters. Remember, these changes don't define your worth. They're proof that you've lived, learned, and adapted. Wrinkles tell stories. Stretch marks mark growth, and even shrinking calves remind us to keep moving forward. So now I ask you, what stood out most today? Did you see yourself in any of these signs? Or was there something you learned that you're ready to act on? Drop a comment below. Share one insight that hit home and how you plan to use it. Reading your thoughts is one of the best parts of what we do, and your words inspire others in this community to keep striving too. Thanks for spending time with us. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps us going, and we're grateful to be on this journey with you. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and keep growing with confidence.